Another keep or mulligan decision for you here today. Go ahead and pause the video now and decide for yourself. You keeping this or you sending it back on the draw? Up to you. Hello Daily Drafters, today is Tuesday, March 15th, and thanks for joining me for today's Daily Draft as we hop into the draft here. I'd like to give a big thank you to all those in the subscriber community for choosing to spend a part of your day here with me. And for those of you that are not subscribed yet, we have just passed the halfway to 100 mark here at the time of this recording, 52 subscribers. And we'd love to have you along to help us make that push toward 100. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button underneath the video. If you wouldn't mind helping out the channel, we'd love to have you along. It's absolutely free, and then you will have access to the most high quality, consistent, limited MTG content on YouTube. So let's hop into today's pack one, pick one, and we have an interesting one here. I think it goes straight to Blossom Prancer versus Tatsunari Toad Rider, and I don't know exactly what's correct. Blossom Prancer is, I believe, the highest performing uncommon in this entire set, but Toad Rider, I haven't had a chance to play with a lot, but it seems like it can be very, very good. Enchantments aren't based in black, so you kind of have to pair this with green to be at its best, which is a bit awkward when passing a Blossom Prancer, but I'm going to go ahead and take the rare over the Blossom Prancer here. I would not at all fault you going with Blossom Prancer, but this is a really, really close one, so didn't know exactly which route to go there. And then the person to our left took the rare and passed us a Behold the Unspeakable, which is absolutely what we'll be taking here. Goes fine with Tatsunari because black-blue can be, like black-blue control can be a fine way to do this because you want to have access to green or blue mana to have access to its ability there to make them unblockable, except for reach or flying. So if Behold wasn't in this pack, I'd probably take either Goshen Tai or Merge Keeper, I think. Probably just stay black with the Shrine here. Also being another enchantment for Kaimi to trigger, but Behold is in this pack, and it is what we will be taking. Okay, and now we see the best black common, in my opinion, in Okiba Reckoner Raid. Goes well with Tatsunari. It's another enchantment. Looking like we're going to be a little bit of a blue-black control kind of shell here. Protocol could be fine on the wheel. Thief is okay. Return to action. A couple decent, good, aggressive red cards, but that's not at all where we're leaning so far. So we're going to take this Reckoner Raid and be happy with it. So there's Thirst for Knowledge, which is okay, but I don't know how high our artifact count is going to end up being. There's Merge Keeper, which is also fine, but we're very highly incentivized to play blue with the Behold. There's not a lot of good other blue. As far as black goes, there's Kami of Terrible Secrets. And I think that might just be the pick here. We don't have any artifacts yet, but in black, it's not hard to pick up a decent number of artifacts to kind of turn this one on. If this wasn't here, I mean, I guess we'd probably take Thirst for Knowledge. Maybe we could take Suit Up. Suit Up has actually overperformed quite a bit. This is actually the #1 performing blue common, according to the data of 17lands.com. And maybe it's worth taking here, but I'm actually going to stay black. I haven't actually played with or against this card much, so I haven't seen how good it can be, but we're going to lean a little bit more on the enchantment end of the spectrum, and then, yikes. Only red, white, basically red. I think this is just a bit of an underwhelming pack because almost every card is red or white. Basically unplayable Futurist Sentinel and a Jukai Trainee are the only cards that aren't. Samurai is the best card here, so I'm going to take it. Behold is not particularly splashable, but, you know, maybe like a black-white deck we have to give up on Behold. We'll have to see, but Selfless Samurai is by far and away the best card in this pack, so we're just going to take it here and see if other black and or blue start to open up. So they kind of do. White dried up. There's Goshen Tai here. We've seen the green one and the black one in this pack, which I don't think we really want to go down that route necessarily with Behold and Tatsunari already. They are enchantments, though. There's another Kami. There's a Thornwood Falls. There's a Disruption Protocol. which could be worth it. Just as a, a counter spell, and I'm probably going to end up being a control deck. I might just take the Kami here as well, because I think I'm pretty highly incentivized to play black. That's our best color so far, rather than pick up on the Shrine here. And then we see Uncharted Haven versus Mirror Shell Crab. I think it's between the two of these. And Mirror Shell Crab is an artifact for Kami, although it's much, much higher on the curve, so it's not really one you want to be counting on for Kami. It helps us get deeper into blue for Behold. There is just the Uncharted Haven, though. I think if we want a crab, we'll be able to have access to it, and I think Uncharted Haven is going to be way too important for our mana. So, I don't know. This is really close. I would absolutely not fault you for taking Uncharted Haven. It may be correct, but I'm going to go ahead and take the crab here. And then we see Terrarium. Mirror Box is an unplayable rare. Puppet also as well. Terrarium is probably the only playable card in this pack, and we'll take it. Then we see Network Terminal. Decent little way to kind of open up a splash. If we find a containment construct, could be pretty good. Counts as an artifact. Can ramp towards Behold or Mirror Shell Crab. So I think I'm fine playing a Network Terminal in this style of deck. We're going to have to make sure that the lower end of our curve gets filled out well enough. I doubt we're playing this Samurai, but who knows what pack 2 will bring. Merge Keeper came all the way back around. I think I'm going to take it here over Return to Action, because if we go down like blue-green, we could potentially splash Tatsunari off of that. And maybe green's open. I'm not going to miss the Return to Action too much there. So I think I'll take Disruption Protocol here. Don't know if we'll play it, but it's an option. So I think our most likely colors are blue, black, control. But again, pack 2 can change some of that for us. Season of Renewal is the only card I'd really consider playing in that pack here. I'll just cut the blue card and pass the red. Currently only have 2 enchantments for the Tatsunari. Behold and Okiba Reckoner Raid. So we're going to have to up our enchantment count for sure. And then we see another Behold the Unspeakable. Yeah, we're going to take it. I mean, there's not many cards better than this in the set. Shigeki Jukai Visionary is decent, but I'm not even sure it's better than Behold. Really good pack of uncommons here. Patrick Automaton, Oni Cult Anvil. But we are happy to scoop up a Behold the Unspeakable. And now there's a lot of goodies. I doubt we're leaning green, but if we were, there's Azusa's Many Journeys and Jukai Preserver here. There's March of the Wretched Sorrow for black, which I think is what I'm going to land on. It's a decent removal spell. It's not more than decent. It's pretty good. Deals 1 fewer damage than the amount of mana you spent to kill something. And then you also gain that much life. There's a Twisted Embrace, which I wouldn't mind having. There's a Crab, which could wheel. But I think we're just going to take the March here, because we're leaning blue-black control. There's a lot of shrines in this draft. There's a Dockside Chef or a Goshen Tive Hidden Cruelty. There was the blue shrine that went around last, but I think there's somebody here that's scooped up most of the shrines. I doubt we're going to count on any of them wheeling. So for that reason, I think I'm going to take Dockside Chef here and hope to pick up a couple Undercity Scroungers to increase our artifact count for the Kami and to make that combo. So we'll take the Dockside Chef. Then we see Infiltrator, Hoverbike, Sky Swimmer Koi, Mnemonic Sphere. We are a bit of a control deck here. Mnemonic Sphere could be pretty good for some more card draw. I think that's what I'm going to land on. It ups our artifact count for the double Kamis that we have. And I doubt we're going green at this point. So it's between Mnemonic Sphere and Sky Swimmer Koi. No, I do not want to leave the draft table. Curve is decent, but this is more of a 3-drop, and this is probably not getting played, so it's not, and this is more of like a 4 or 5-drop, so it's not actually that great, but I think I'll just take the Sphere here. So here we could take Scoured Barrens for a splash. I don't think we're going to play a second Terrarium, or a third Protocol, or even a first Spell Pierce. So I think I'm just going to take the land here. I don't really want Kami of Restless Shadows. So we'll take the land. I don't think Selfless Samurai is a great splash, but we might be able to find something if we want to use this. We kind of have the fixing to splash white immediately right now if we wanted to. Okay, so there's another Kami. Our artifact count is 4 and enchantment is 4. That's not bad so far, to be honest. So we could just take another Kami. There is an Uncharted Haven. But again, we're not really looking to splash that much right now. So I think I'm going to land on Kami here over the Uncharted Haven. We can be a little bit more of a streamlined blue-black deck with value here. Now we see Shadow Walker, Return to Action, and Brute Suit. We currently have 6 creatures. I doubt Shadow Walker is going to be what we want here. We would like to see some 1 and 2 drops. Maybe we could just take Return to Action as a way to trade with something, get that creature back and gain some life, but we need more creatures, certainly. So we need some Undercity Scroungers would be great. Again, to go with the Dockside Chef. I'd like another Reckoner Raid or 2. There's Reality Heist, but that's not for us. There's Cyber Trespassers and Automated Artificer. I don't think we care about Artificer too much, or Debt to the Kami. So I guess we'll take Cyber Trespassers here. Guardians of Oboro could be exactly what this deck is looking for. I know there's a Sky Swimmer Koi here, but Guardians of Oboro is a 3-drop. It's a little earlier on the curve. It blocks very well, and if we can get to Double Behold, start going off with Tatsunari, all that kind of stuff, then that's going to be what this deck is trying to do. So we'll take the Guardians. The Blue Shrine did come back, but there's also just another Mirror Shell Crab, and the Blue Shrine is probably the worst one. I think the next pack had the Black Shrine, so we could speculate on this and hope the Black Shrine comes around. There's already been one, so if someone took the Black Shrine, they may not take the second one. And I think if we want, we're already pretty good on the upper end, so I don't think we need the Crab. Let's hope the Black Shrine comes, and it does not. So we'll take Prototype, and it did not come back. So we have the Blue Shrine if we want to take a Black Shrine, if we see another one in this draft. So we'll see. Okay, interesting one here. So now we have an Inventive Iteration, 4 mana, bounce a creature, return an artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. If you can't, you draw a card. Then you get a 3/3 flyer with just some kind of trinkety text on the side there. There's also an Okiba Reckoner Raid here, which I would really, really love to have. But I think we have to take this Inventive Iteration. It's another enchantment for Tatsunari and Kami of Terrible Secrets. And I think it's exactly what this deck kind of needs. I doubt the Reckoner Raid's going to wheel, but I'd love to pick up another one if we could. Okay, lots of blue and black here. Mind Link Mech, I don't think is what we're going for. We only have 9 creatures, so crewing this is not the easiest. There's a Completion and a Specialist. How many artifacts? 5 artifacts. What could we copy? Mnemonic Sphere, Terrarium, Network Terminal. These are not great targets for the Specialist. So I think I might just take a removal spell in Completion. We don't have really any removal yet, so I think we need to sure up at least a removal spell here. I think Moonfolk Puzzle Maker is fine for this deck. It's a decent blocker, it flies, and if we want to attack with it, we can get a scry out of it as well. Silencer is not for this deck. We're a little bit more controlling, and this Shadow Walker is going to be way too expensive. So I think we'll take the Puzzle Maker and be okay with it here. Would not mind finding access to a Black Shrine. I know we had a couple of picks earlier that we could have taken it, but we didn't know that we were going to get the blue one as well. So here's another Dockside Chef. I think that's what I'm going to land on here over like a second Demonic Sphere or Shadow Walker or Terrarium. Yeah, I think I'll land on the Dockside Chef, and we have 4 picks to find a Scrounger or 2. Here's a Reckoner Raid. Very happy to find that one. We'll slam that. Don't think we're looking to play a white card, so I doubt we're going to run this Scoured Barrens here. Artifact at 6, enchantment at 9, so these commies are going to do great work in this deck. Another blue, but we don't need that one, but we will take a Twisted Embrace. Another good removal spell. Could put it on Guardians, that'd be great. It would make it attack and kill something. Reliquary would not be a bad play in this deck, to be honest, but I think we need to take the removal spell here. Another Guardians, Lethal Exploit, Return to Action, Suit Up. I think I'm going to land on Guardians here. Again, as another just roadblock for us to play some value commies, Double Behold, Crab, all that kind of stuff. So I think I'm going to land on the Guardians over even Lethal Exploit, which has not been great, to be honest. Pick 8, we did not find any Scroungers, which is unfortunate, but there is another Mirror Shell Crab, and I think I could probably consider playing 2. We will not play the Shrine here. I doubt we're playing either of these, but might have to play one. The Reckoner, it wheeled. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okiba Reckoner Raid on the wheel. Yes, please. I doubt we'll need Terrarium. Terminal could still be fine. I mean, we have 5 other artifacts to do its ability. Puzzle Maker, and that's a pretty good combo. Puzzle Maker plus Terminal, we get to scry and then draw a card, discard a card. Specialist came back? Wow. Again, we have 6 artifacts, but we're not really copying anything great. But I think we're going to take it here. I don't know if it's going to make the deck. Doubt we'll play Iron Apprentice. We have a couple cuts here, but we can figure that out soon. How many enchantments? 10 enchantments for Tatsunari. It's pretty good. Guess I'll take another sphere. I don't know if I'll play 2. Highly doubt I'll play 3. Seriously doubt I'll play 4. And then a mountain. All right, let's see how this deck build goes here. Okay, so with 17 lands, we need 4 cuts here at this point. So we've got these 5 1-drops, which is great. We're going to put this over here or so. No 2-drops, which is a bit awkward. Disruption Protocol. I don't know how much we're going to be leaving up our mana. We have March, Tamiyo's Completion, and Disruption Protocol is the only ways to do that. I guess we also have Crab and Trespassers. So maybe that's worth it. I don't think we're going to want to be cutting any enchantments, and really not many artifacts either. Although I don't think Sphere, Double Sphere is what we want. I don't think we want the Disruption Protocol. We have 13 creatures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 if you count our flipped sagas. So Return to Action could be pretty decent. What are we doing with Specialist? We're copying Mnemonic Sphere. We're copying Network Terminal. We're copying Crabs, which is not really a thing, and copying Puzzle Maker. So I don't think Specialist is good enough in this deck. Double Crab kind of opens up, you know, we could think of that as a 3-drop a little bit. If we draw it late, it could be a 7-drop, obviously. So we need one more cut here. Still 10 enchantments, 6 artifacts. So I'm thinking it's probably return to action. It's probably just return to action at this point. And then probably run it back like this. And with 5 1-drops in black, I think I want one more black than I do blue, even though we have double blue up here. But we do have a terminal to help with that. So I think I want one more black to make sure that we could find it on turn 1. Yeah, and I think we'll run it back like this. I think the deck has some holes, being the 2-drop slot for sure. So again, if we go up against aggro, it's probably not going to go well for us, but we're able to grind with this one for sure. Okay, so we have turn 1 Reckoner Raid. Any land lets us play Guardians and or Tatsunari on turn 3. Yep, you got it. There's the other land. Yeah, Reckoner Raid into the Modern Age is pretty good. That's one card we did not see at all in the draft, and I would love to have seen. It's the Modern Age. So I think we're going to lead on Tatsunari, because if we draw a land, we can go Iteration. The only thing is we don't really want to be bouncing this. Yuck. Probably a Guardians and a Trespassers, I think. Yeah. That's pretty good. So we said we don't really want to be bouncing this, but we could decline just to get the trigger off of Tatsunari to get the frog. Can also return Saiba Trespassers with Iteration now. So that's pretty good. I think we have to play Iteration, and the question is, do we want to bounce their Road Captain here? And two more damage isn't going to be the end of the world, because we want to be able to try to attack with these if we can, because they're not going to have a good block with the Modern Age. So I think I will actually bounce it here and then get in for 5. Okay, they'll replay it. Makes sense. And do they have a 2-drop? They kind of do. Not really. Okay. Play the island. We could tap both of these down and really go to town here. This will be flipping next turn, but we can't attack with it. So I don't think a 3/5 is going to do us a ton of good. So let's just attack here, and I'm fine trading this for the Vector Glider because we can get it back if we cast another enchantment. So I doubt they're going to trade. And then on their end step, we can tap 2 things down with Trespassers here. Okay. Found another land. No, don't kill Tatsunari. Well, it doesn't really kill it. Oh, it loses all abilities, so it effectively does. So we'll go ahead and do this now because I can't cast another thing. And then we'll play this to creature, right? Target creature, planeswalker. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go here. They can't cast 2 drops, which may or may not matter. We'll have to see. Or 3 drops, I mean, they can't cast 3 drops because Guardians is a 3. Another completion. Yeah, okay. Certainly doing work. Don't like to see a land here. So we'll get in with both. Then end the turn. A couple of enchantments could be nice to help Kami. So they're looking to almost assuredly ninjutsu something in. Probably the 3/2 lifelinker if I had to guess. We could kill that once it comes in though. Oh, I don't even know what that does. Exile the top card of each library until end of turn. You may play one of those cards and you can pay life. Okay. Let's see. So they're highly unlikely to want to pay life. But if they do find a land, they could play the land and then play the Disruptor. But then we can use this to kill that and have great attacks still. So I think I'm okay letting this hit us for now. Just gotta hope they don't find an island here. No, they can play. Let's see, do they play an island from hand maybe? Dockside Chef would have been a great pickup for us. Okay, so now I think we can go here. Still have good attacks. They have to chump Kami now. And we're just top decking land, so let's hope we can get out of this. They need 3 blockers, which here's 1. They probably have another one in hand. Sweet. Maybe they didn't. Want to know. Okay, so this is why I put 9 black sources in the deck. Now, we don't have anything until turn 4 here. And we can't cast any card in our hand. So I don't think we can keep this. Well, here we go. Of course. So we'll keep this, I guess. And then I think we can put back Trespassers here. So we go from all blue to all black. If they play an X1, we could kill it. No. Okay, so we do Tatsunari. We can go Terminal plus Dockside Chef. But we also want... We also want the enchantment in hand for Tatsunari to trigger. They could also have Kami's Flare to kill this, which would be awful. So I think to protect this for now, I'm going to do Terminal plus Dockside Chef and see if they want to kill the Dockside Chef. So they do have priority. See if they'll kill it. Nope. Subduer is not fun. So we can play Tatsunari, but it's pretty mana inefficient here. Or we could just play Inventive Iteration and bounce this thing. I think I want to make sure that I can get Kaimi off of this. So I'm going to do this. I know it's pretty mana inefficient, but they can still... They'll be able to get an attack in here, or just kill this. Aggro decks are going to be the weakness of our deck here, that's for sure. So there's the Kami's Flare we suspected they had. I think we're just going to have to sacrifice it here at this point. Okay. Yeah, drawing all the lands. Think we'll just get this going here. Sorry, Captain. Okay. Yep, we take 5. So we can also just play Mirror Shell Crab at this point, which seems pretty good. Or we just play Reckoner Raid and kill this, but I'm going to play the Crab. They're not going to have a great way to deal with that. So this attacks as a 5-3 right now. If they played 2 Samurais, you could attack as a 7-3. Wow, that was a lot of animation up there. We will get a 3-3 next turn as well that could trade with this if we really wanted to. If they play 2 Samurais or Warriors and then attack us for a 7-powered Captain, I'm probably going to take it because I can kill it next turn. That kind of counts as a 7-power. Well, that could have hit us. So we have an artifact and an enchantment here, so Kami does gain a life draw card. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So they can't cast 4-drops next turn. Now they can't cast 1-drops. And we can hold up this for x equals 2, which isn't great, but I think we'll hold back the Crab here. Subduer's going to be pretty good. That might be have to be the one we kill, but a captain, a sorry captain's also a very good one. It makes basically anything they have trade. Okay. It's not the best on this board, to be honest. So they can make captain trade with crab here, but they chose not to. Okay. Mnemonic Sphere, not bad. So we can still do this for x equals 5 to kill something if we want to. Now we'll get in for 3. Or remove that indestructible counter. Okay, we'll do this for x equals 5, or we can just draw a couple cards if we really want to, depending on what they do. Intercessor's Arrest on the Crab. Let's make them pay the ward here. Okay, resolves. So this is going to be a 5/3. So we could trade it here and then kill the captain. I think we'll trade. Don't know how much we care too much about this. It's a 4/4. Yeah, that'll be able to get through with an indestructible counter on it, but we can deal damage to them to keep removing that necessarily. So let's just do this for 5 and kill this here. Don't like to see an island, but we can loot that away. So let's start by drawing 2 cards. Okay. Let's then loot here. That's a good one. I think we'll just play that. So they can get their indestructible counter, but again, I don't really care. Okay. 7-tailed mentor, yeah. I have a 3/5 indestructible now that will not be indestructible next turn. Twisted Embrace. Definitely don't need that, and completion seems fine enough. So let's go. No, we gotta attack them first, because I'd like to kill this one. So let's hit them first. Let's see, yeah. Okay. And we'll put this here. Kill Risona, and then we can play Reckoner Raid and hold up completion, or terminal, or drawing a card here. So yeah, we'll just pass. Not sure they have a way to exactly get out of this, but you never know. Sweet, so we overcame our bad matchup in the aggro deck. Let's see if we can keep pushing forward. Alright, well this would be a great hand if either one of these were a black. But as it is, if we don't draw a black, this hand does stone cold nothing. So I guess we'll keep this one and then put back one of the chefs, I think. So we can go 1, 2, 3 here. First hand would have been great. But shoulda, woulda, coulda. Papercraft decoy, okay. I think we'll just play the mnemonic sphere. Okay, that's an aggressive use of that, but that's alright. Tatsunari's a good draw. Harmonious Emergence. Yuck. This is going to be brutal. We can return the planes to their hand, which makes them miss a land drop and kills their creature. Target creature or planeswalker. Yeah, that'll work. So here we go. Sorry about you. So something we can also do is on our upkeep in response to this trigger, we can sacrifice this to draw 2 cards and then return it back to our hand. The only thing is that's not the best mana efficient way to do things. We could also just decline to do that and draw a card. If we had 2 islands, 2 swamps, I might consider doing that, because then we could at least replay this. But if we do that, there's no guarantee we can actually cast anything in our hand. So I think I'm just going to let myself draw. Now we can Twisted Embrace this and then really start going to town here. Or we just win. All right. On to the next one. Okay, so they took a mulligan, and we've had some brutal starting hands here. This one's difficult. The thing about this one is we do have Reckoner Raid on 1, and we can kill an X1. A blue opens up Mirror Shell Crab, and then if 2 lands opens up tapping things, and then we're kind of off here. But I think I'm going to keep this one, particularly because we're on the draw. If we were on the play, I don't think I would. But it's a close one either way. Okay, so let's hope they don't play an enchantment next turn so we can kill that with March of the Wretched Sorrow. That would be great. But in a green-white enchantment deck, they are highly likely to do so. No enchantment, please. Okay. So they do have priority right now, which could be a combat trick to protect this. So what we can do is we can hold this up on their turn. And then if they go for an enchantment and try to put the counter on this, we can then kill it. So I don't want them to use the combat trick to save this. So that's why I'm going to pass. Here's their white. I'll take 1 here to play around that combat trick. I'm fine with that. But I will do it on their end step if they just pass again. Yeah, so if they have the combat trick, they have it. But I'm going to... Deals X damage to Dark Creature Planeswalker. So we can do it for X equals 1, right? Submit, yeah, 0. Do it here, okay. So let's see if they want to save it or not. Nope. All right, sweet. And we are now in charge. So we'll just hold up Mirror Shell Crab here if they want to play some random 4-drop. They're doing Stone Cold nothing. Okay. I guess we can play Dockside Chef, hold up Crab. Let's attack first. I'd really like to get the card off of this, so we might have to play Trespassers or something like that to be able to get the card and the life off of Kami. Okay, so they've done basically nothing this game. They played a Visitor, but then they passed every turn with an instant up. Greater Tanuki. We could counter that ability, but I don't think we care about that too much. We could just counter whatever they play. Okay. Network Terminal does not let us leave up Crab, but it does give us an artifact, and I think next turn is going to be the turn they go for something big here. So we can leave up Crab, and if we don't want to counter it, we can use Trespassers. I would like to get the Terminal down, but I think it's going to be important. If they're getting rid of Tanuki, they clearly have some gas in their hands, and I'd like to make sure they don't resolve that. So I'm just, and I mean, they're the ones that have to do something right now, and we can prevent them from doing something. Yeah, that's exactly what we wanted to counter. Now we can go Terminal into Sphere, I suppose. Yeah, we'll just do that here. And now we have the Kami is online. Trespassers can tap things down. Behold can get going next turn. Kind of got what we need. Yuck. That's pretty good there. Okay, so Tatsunari is very mana inefficient. We have access to 5 mana. We can go Tatsunari, draw a card. We can just get Behold going. This is going to be a reacher, but we'll be able to tap it down with Trespassers at some point. So I just want to get Behold going. Okay, Blossom Prancer. They could just choose to gain the life here. They probably should. Unless they find a bomb in their hand. It's not a bomb, but it's a good one. They'll be able to get rid of Behold, so it's unfortunate. And Naturalist is also a good one. Don't think we need Chef, and I think land is good. So we'll do this. Play the land. Now we have access to 6 mana. So we can go Tatsunari plus Reckoner Raid plus draw 2 cards. I think that's what we'll do here. Can't attack. They're probably going to have to touch the Spirit Realm on this. They don't necessarily have to do it this turn, but they probably will do it here at some point. They might do it on Tatsunari, but then we're left with Kami, and then any enchantments we play can drain them as well. They're effectively at 5 because of the Reckoner Raid, but Jukai could gain some life, so they're just going to go for Greater Tanuki. They could bounce Kami here. Oh no, okay, so they can actually cast that. What they could do is like flicker this, but then it would just die. But they know we could get it back, so it's probably not the best plan. Okay, more lands. Not the end of the world, so we can actually use them. So we can't really go for the win here. Because if we tap down, let's say this, and attack with all of these, let's see. So we tap down this and this, we attack here, they block this one and this one, they take 3, which is still not enough. So we don't want to do that. So let's just... Yeah, because they can also just, like, flicker something to make sure we don't have it. So, we have access to 6, 7 mana right now, which is not quite enough to do this and this. So let's see if we can find something here first. And if not, we can just play Guardians, and then next turn we can do this, plus Kami, and we're kind of off to the races again, so. Okay. Yeah, we'll just play Guardians here. And then pass. So next turn we can go Kami plus the channel ability here, which would probably do it, depending on what they do with this Touch the Spirit Realm. So they're probably going to get rid of the flyer. As they do. Totally fine taking 6 or whatever if they want to just hit us. Sunblade Samurai, okay. They have something else they can cast. Coiling Stalker. Alright, they have laid their hand out on the table. And so have we, almost. Don't have good attacks right now. So we'll do Kami, draw that card. Draw that land. And then we'll hold up this. And see if we can use this to push through enough damage here. Sure, do you want to attack me? Sure, let's go here, actually. Well, let's just do this. Because this one's not a great attacker at this point, and we have enough cards and value and stuff and ways to... Well, we can't actually use the tap ability of this yet, so we'll just do this, kill it. And I think it should be enough on the backswing, but I haven't done the math yet. Okay. So we'll go ahead and tap down Tanuki and the Life Linker. Draw another land. And then should do it. Alright. All the lands in hand, but we got there anyway, so. Okay, decent little hand here. It's not outstanding, but we will keep it as we are on the draw. Lead on Reckoner Raid. Have Crab on 3 now. Or we could just play Guardians. We'll have to see what they drop here. Searchlight Companion. I'd rather just play the card we know that we can get down right now. They play a good 4-drop. That's unfortunate, but if they just passed the turn, then we burned our mana and didn't do anything, and that's probably worse for us. Okay, so that could just trade with Guardians if we wanted it to. Clawing Torment, well, yeah. Can't block and can't really attack. So we can sacrifice it to itself, which we're probably going to have to do at some point. Okay, it's awkward. So we will attack here. Oops. Yep, that was a mistake. So now we're going to be trading this for a 1/1 effectively. Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, then we'll end the turn. We can hold this up, and if they don't play something we want to counter, we can just draw the card off of Dockside Chef. Hopefully it's not ninjutsu here. It is ninjutsu. Okay. We will get hit. And then we can draw that card. Did find a land, so that's good. We can play Sphere, draw 2 cards. Hopefully find another land for next turn to play Behold. Kami doesn't get us anything right now. Trespassers could tap something down. Trespassers is pretty good on this board to just play, to be honest. So I think I'm just going to draw the 2 cards with this. We're not under a ton of pressure right now. And the Guardians is doing its job of holding down the fort. Okay. I think we'll be fine trading this here. Or at least trying. Lethal exploit. Lethal exploit, probably. There it is. Okay. They did burn their whole turn doing that, though, so that's pretty good. Double Behold, huh? We could just play Trespassers, which blocks either of these very effectively. And then we can do Behold next turn to like shrink down both of these into 0 or -1/1s. So I think I'm just going to play the Trespassers rather than do the Behold. Because if we did the Behold, this would be a 1/2 and it could still crew that. Tails, yeah, that's pretty good. Can put it on the Brute suit and then crew it. And then we can't block anymore. So that's it's going to be a good one. Yeah, so we're going to have to take 10 over these next 2 turns at the very least. That was a good draw for them, that's for sure. Twisted Embrace. Does it kill a creature or planeswalker? So nope, can't kill the Brute suit. And it doesn't make effective blocks. It could kill the Ambusher, but I don't know how much we care about that right now. Jeez. Okay, so I think we just have to play the Behold here, which unfortunately doesn't really do anything. we're not going to be blocking, so we may as well attack. So now we're going to have to take 6 down to 7. Nope, we're going to have to take 8 down to 5. Yeah, this is happening. And then they have a 5/5 Vigilance Haste next turn as well. So these are things that are occurring. Kind of playing on the back foot here. All our cards cost 4, 4, 4, 5, 7 mana, so we can only single spell each turn. Yeah, I think that's what's putting us behind here. We don't need any lands, that's for sure. And completion, so we have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I mean, completion, it's good, but problem is it doesn't do anything. Well, I mean, we can only play one other card, so we have to like find a 3-drop or something. Okay, so 1, 2, and then a 5-drop. We could also just play this, but that's not gonna be great. Probably have to go Chef, Reckoner, Raid, and then something. Maybe just Behold. I think we might survive if we do that. And then we'll get a creature out of this next turn, and then we can kill something that turn as well. We might survive if we do this. We're going to have to chump with Dockside Chef, almost assuredly. So no attacks. If they have a removal spell, I think we're just dead. But we shall see here. Okay. Probably going to trade with the Brute Suit with both of these here. If they attack with... Okay, maybe not. Probably got to put it on the Brute Suit, I would think. No, so they're going to bank on being able to attack with that next turn. Alright, so we're going to trade Trespassers for Brute Suit. Take 5. Go down to 2. And then lots of things happen. So we have 7 mana. Would not mind finding a land here. Wretched Sorrow is also pretty good. I think we need both of these. Play that land. You can play Twisted Embrace and kill this. And then hold up Sorrow or Crab here. What do we want to put Twisted Embrace on? We could also just play Oboro Twisted Embrace on the Oboro. No, I think I'm just going to put this here. Well, yeah, I'll put this here. And then we have to kill probably this one. And then we can hold up March of Wretched Sorrow here. Okay. Yeah, so this is going to happen. We're going to have to kill the Searchlight Companion and chump that. May not have to chump it depending on how much life we'll gain. So yeah, that'll happen. We definitely have to kill this. Submit 0 for x equals 3. Go to 6, and we can do this and go to 2 here. That's probably what we're going to have to do. I think we just need to play this land. We have 9 now, so we can go double Kami, which doesn't draw any cards or anything. This is going to be a 2/2, but we need to put some cards on the field. We could just play Crab. That's a good blocker. Plus, it'll let the Kami gain some life and stuff next turn as well. We'll play Crab here. And because we're at 2, I don't think we can afford to attack or anything. So let's see if we are able to stabilize. Very, very close. We've kind of used up all of our good cards. What are they going to get back here? Probably nothing, unless they want to put Searchlight Companion on top of their library. They do. All right. Tatsunari could be pretty good. Start here. Draw a card, gain a life. And do it again, I guess. One, two, three, 4 in case we draw a blue 2-drop we need to cast. I think I will play this. I know it makes this smaller, but we need... We're at 4. We have to stabilize here. Searchlight Companion, okay. Okay. We are at 13 cards in deck, I just realized, so that's a problem. Can we attack? I think we can attack with the Vision here. Okay. Then we'll play the Puzzle Maker. And then this will actually be able to have good attacks as well. So we're going to hold the land in hand to try to make this as big as we can. Because I don't think we need it. On the battlefield, I mean. Oh, geez, they let us have it. Wow. All right. Awesome. We turned the corner there. Got really close to going to 0, but we did not. All right, pretty good starting hand here. We'll keep this one. Got a Reckoner Raid, got a Chef, Terminal, and hold up crab if we want. Seems decent. Wretched Sorrow is going to be good as well. Off we go. Coiling Stalker. We could just kill that now instead of playing Chef, and the next turn we can go Terminal plus Chef. Yeah, it seems fine. That way they can't get a counter on things. So let's just kill that. The next turn we can go Terminal plus Chef. All right. They'll kill the road captain. Fine with that. Still nothing. Okay. Guess we'll hold up Mirror Shell Crab here. We don't really have anything else to do. So, yeah, go ahead. Still nothing, eh? All right. So we're a turn away from just casting crab if we draw another land. Yeah, I don't care about that. Don't really care about that one either. So I don't think I'm going to counter it. Trespassers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably just want an Inventive Iteration and just bounce that thing. The only thing is we can't hold up crab if we do that. But I think we're at the point where we probably just want to be casting crab. So no artifacts, right? Yeah, so we'll just draw a card next turn. Sure. All right. So now we can just cast the crab, I think. It's got ward 2, so that'll be, or ward 3, so that'll be a roadblock for them. They will sack the land, draw a card. Okay. Hopefully no land plus Twisted Embrace. That would be not fun. Soul Transfer, it's pretty good. Okay. Alright. We'll just play this, because this allows us to start looting here, and it's a good blocker. So we can start looting. They're drawing lots of lands over there, too. Yeah. Get rid of that. Okay. Sure. We'll just attack them here. I don't think we need to hit for 3 at this point. We just need to find some of our good cards in our deck. Don't need to kill that either. Sure, if you just want to spend 6 mana to put a 1/1 counter on that, I'm cool with that. Man, we are both flooding hard, aren't we? So they can actually attack with that this time, but I don't care. Ooh. Now I care. Probably going to kill the Living Breakthrough, I would think. So let's loot first, see what we can find. So we could completion that, but they'll just kill our Living Breakthrough at this point. Or try to, and we'll draw a card. Another crab. Okay. So we have double removal spell in hand. I'm just going to be mana efficient here and get rid of this while I can. Yeah, I'm just going to play the crab. I'm going to hold the land. Wow. Yeah, this is the game of all of the lands for everyone. 6-0, can we get the clean sweep? Off we go. Okay, so we're on the play here. Don't have a play till turn 3, but we do have the lands to cast these things. So I think we're going to keep this and hope we don't go up against aggro. So I think we'll probably... I don't know exactly. Depends on what they play here. Air of Enlightenment. So we can probably just go Tatsunari here. Get a 3-3 down. Hold up completion and crab next turn. Double top. Don't like to see that. No play. You like to see that. Maybe they have Wanderer's Intervention? Is that worth attacking? I think it is worth attacking into. Go to damage. Okay. And then we can hold up crab and completion. And they did nothing, so I'm cool with that. Jukai Preserver. They're probably going to put the counter here. We can completion that and then get Kami. So I'm okay letting that one resolve. If they put it here, I'm just going to completion that. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and completion here. And get Kami. Now we can play Dockside Chef and drain them. Hold up crab here. Probably should have attacked, and if they traded, I could then play Dockside Chef. Could have also just made these unblockable and gotten in. But we could do that next turn. We have double crab. We can kind of lock them out here at this point almost. Okay. You have communed. Goshen tie. Probably counter that. Okay, next turn we can attack them for 6, counter another thing if we wanted. Okay. Season of Renewal, maybe? Uh-oh. Do they have Farewell? This signals to me they have Farewell. But that's okay. We can just counter it. Nothing. All right. We don't even need to do this time, so... See what they have for 6 mana at instant speed here. I mean, that's fine, because this is still tapped. So, yeah. And we can hold up... We have 6, so we can hold up tapping, and if we really, really need to counter something, we just can. Tails. Yeah, that's not gonna do it, I don't think. So let's go ahead and channel this and tap both of these down. That should give us the win for a clean 7-0. Don't have these too often. I usually have about 1, maybe 2 7-0s per format. But this is the first one on the channel here for this format. I did have, on day 1 of the format, actually 7-0'd with a green-white deck off stream, or off channel. But this is our first 7-0 on the channel, and we got there with a sweet blue-black control deck. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end of the video if you made it. And if you have, stick around till the end, the very end of the end screen, so you could find our Neon Dynasty trophy playlist, if that's of interest to you, or you could find yesterday's video in case you missed it. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow for your daily draft.